Life in a world that keeps changing. Think that it's progress you're making. Copy and paste pretty faces all the time. Pictures so perfect we play.
Hello wonderful people, welcome back again to Anointed Lady TV, the home of news and politics. And we drop news every day, and we also react to every videos that comes our way. If it is your first time in this channel, you are highly welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by. And if you are returning subscribers, we appreciate you for your massive support, and we say may God richly bless you all for supporting this channel. And if you haven't subscribed, please kindly smash on the subscribe button, put on the bell so you get to know anytime we drop a new video. I have a video to present to you this very moment, and I will be watching that video with you. And after watching, let's drop our opinion constructively at the comment section, like our videos, and also share our videos if possible. Bye for now.
How dare you call yourself a commander-in-chief when you cannot live to your oath of office? No, it is the lawmakers who has refused to impeach him for failing short of the requirements of the law, for refusing to carry out his oath of office, which is to protect lives and property. Every day you keep apologizing. Every day you keep saying security agencies, I'll give you marching orders. Give marching orders. For 7 years you keep marching orders. For 7 years you keep making comments that are very divisive. Now it has come to having credible election for the country. This man has run away again and refused to sign the law, and the people are there for and against. All this for and against are stupid arguments by men who their real intention is to ensure that the electronic transmission of results from the polling unit does not see the light of the day. It is a sad day for our nation's democracy. First of all, I must say this, that this action of the president is shameful. Why do I say shameful? Here you have a man for over a period of 10 years at the APP in AMPP was advocating for an enhanced electoral process, was campaigning and saying the first thing he would do as a president is to amend the Electoral Act and make our election more transparent. Now the man has been given a chance as president and commander-in-chief with overwhelming majority in the parliament with his party. The first Electoral Act was tabled before the amendment. The president chickened out and refused to sign it. And this is a president that benefited from the decision of the last administration led by President Goodluck Jonathan to amend the Electoral Act. If Jonathan had not amended that Electoral Act and made our electoral process a little bit transparent and electronic, Buhari has won the election. No way. And this man did it because he loved the country. Now you have a man who says he loves the country better, being the president, and Buhari cannot give Nigerian people a clean Electoral Act since almost getting to 7 years now. This is very painful. This is very discouraging, and this clearly shows what we have been saying, that the president have no right to give the country an electoral law that is better, because him and his party wants to rig their way to power again in 2023. And the protocol says 6 months to general election, the nation states cannot amend the Electoral Act. That is the plan they have, that when it gets to that point, they will tell Nigerians that they cannot be able to sign the law into law, the act into law, because it's very close to election. Our focus is on the electronic advantages that have been built into the act. And President Buhari does not want to sign the law, not because of direct or indirect, but because the president is scared that if you do electronic transitional result from the world, his party will lose. And if there's one thing that scares him, is about PDP coming back to power. Let the lawmakers, if they want to veto, they can veto, but we are not interested in that, because we feel the present House leadership lacks the ball to veto the president. But if they veto him, in that case, magic has happened, because the people that we know are people who can pass the budget in the bedroom for the president. The issue of direct or indirect primary, if that will be the reason why the president does not want us to have Electoral Act, explain these issues of direct and indirect. Are you getting me? Transmit the remaining one to him. Let's see how he will run away. And if Parliament are very responsive to their responsibility, there is no need even going on recess. You just need one sitting or two. This same president that is saying it will be cost expensive was the same direct primary that was used for his election in 2019. Was it not how he scored over 4 million or thereabout in Kano, which you know is not an actual vote? Is it not the same APC government that used it in Imo, where Goodluck wrote the result inside the sitting plane and gave the governor of Imo? Is it not what they use in Edo? Is it not what they use in Tinubu used to chase somebody out in Lagos? So they have been even practicing some part of it. Look at the wickedness the president carried out by that letter. Let me tell you, if you know that you are not going to sign this Electoral Act by virtue of the fact that you say you don't agree with direct primary, you waited. The president waited till the expiration of 30 days. How can be a leader that, to me, has not, that is with high level of political wickedness? Because if you knew that you would change your signature when Parliament was still in session. You could have told them after a week or 2 weeks that I cannot sign because this indirect primary is not going to favor the country. So the parliamentarians could have looked at it while they were still in session and either re-amend it and say, he waited for Christmas to come, he waited for lawmakers to shut down sitting, and then he now say, well, I cannot be able to sign it. Does that show a leader that has the interest of the country at heart? Does that show you a leader who suffered so much for 3-4 times in attempt to be president because of the electoral system was not perfect? Is he paying back to that system that produced him? And I said it. I said that what he's doing, Nigeria even deserves it, because you have seen a man who has no intention to enhance the electoral process. You have seen a man who has no intention to enhance rule of law. You have seen a man who has no intention to enhance the security situation in the country. But again, you elected lawmakers who goes to the parliament singing hallelujah for them. Buhari was able to visit all his impunities on the country because he has what is called a politically dead parliament. If the parliament had been allowed their responsibility, they would have checkmated him. Because by supporting the president, people say you support the president so that he will bring good governance for the country, right? Now Buhari have been supported for close to 7 years, right? With no single opposition from the lawmaker. Has he delivered on security? Has he delivered on the economy? So you can see that these things are babash talk. This is an excuse for men who does not have the balls to do their job, to keep getting away with it. This country is going to explode. It's only a matter of time. You can't run this country based on this injustice that is piling up, economic crisis, poverty that is rising, insecurity. Your bandits are now mounting roadblock and people are killing people left, right, and center, and you open your mouth and you say you are commander-in-chief. What kind of commander-in-chief here? The point is that it is wicked for us to continue the argument of direct or indirect, and the nation will lose the opportunity of having an electoral act that can allow us to have a transparent election. We are going to go to war in 2023 if this law is not signed.
The chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission, Mahmoud Yakubu, during a meeting with the Senate Committee on Appropriation at the National Assembly on Monday, said the electoral body requires 305 billion naira to conduct the 2023 general elections. Yakubu said the amount will enable INEC prepare for the forthcoming 2023 elections, as well as purchase all the materials needed to cover several by-elections across the country. The chairman, while addressing the committee, said as so far the sum of 140 billion naira had been made available to the commission out of the 305 billion naira requested. He said 40 billion naira is a regular budget as an agency of government, while 100 billion naira was the first range of the 2022 budget, adding that the commission still had 8 by-elections pending.
The executive proposal to the National Assembly, the sum of 140 billion was made available to INEC as a one-line item in the budget. Broke it down and submitted same to the committees that oversight INEC in both the House and the Senate. 140 billion was broken into 2. We take it that the 40 billion is our regular budget as an agency of government, and the 100 billion was the first tranche towards the 2023 general elections. And we have gone ahead to make provisions accordingly. Mr. Chairman, for the 40 billion regular budget, included in that are also elections that we are supposed to conduct, particularly off-season elections. And it may impress the committee to know that we have now 8 by-elections pending. 8. 3 federal constituencies and 5 state constituencies. In fact, the last other by-elections pending. We hope that these elections will hold as soon as we resume in the new year. In addition, we have the FCT Area Council elections holding on the 12th of February. Then we have already released the timetable and schedule of activities for Ekiti and Osun governorship elections. Ekiti governorship election is holding in June, but in about 2 weeks, party primaries for Ekiti will commence, beginning from the 4th to the 29th of January, and then for Osun is going to be in February.
Yakubu also highlighted the activities that must be carried out ahead of the 2023 general elections.
One is to look at activities that we need to conduct before the general election. There are activities that must be concluded. For instance, if we are going to replace some of the critical facilities like ballot boxes or voting cubicles, this must be done before the election. Party primaries must be conducted and concluded before the election and names of candidates submitted. Registration of voters will have to be concluded before the election. Printing of the permanent voters' cards will have to be concluded before the election. And then some of the critical election technology we require for the 2023 general election must be concluded and procured before the election. So we made provision accordingly in the budget.
The INEC chairman, however, appealed to the committee to release more funds for the commission.
Here we are appealing to the committee to look at. And then some other expenditure can come after the election, because even if you give us all the money now, we can actually spend all the money before the elections.
The chairman of the committee, Sèŕìøùśly, said the Senate is keen on ensuring a successful election in 2023.
Indeed, this committee is determined that we should do all that's humanly possible to make sure that INEC has the required finance, required funding to undertake the elections activities that will allow for a very seamless elections in 2023. I want to assure the chairman that